Guys, another one for YouTube here. Now, of course, the stats say that a lot of y'all haven't subscribed, so hit the sub button right now. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe. Thank you so much. So, all right, we're doing London video number 2, chess openings, the London system number 2, part 2. So, of course, this is a 12-part book. The books say the London system and 12 practical lessons. We only doing 5 because we ain't giving out this whole book for free. Come on now. So you're gonna have to get that with the 50% off code that I got for you, JC London, so you can get the book for 50% off. And obviously the app is free. We're looking at this number 2. I chose this one as lesson 5. Obviously, if you got the book, you're gonna go through lessons 2 through 4 yourself, which is attack on the B2 pawn, the early exchange of the F4 bishop, an interesting scheme with F2, F4, and what we're gonna look at right now is typical attacks in the London system. Y'all ready? Let's get some hype in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Typical attacks in the London system. Here we go. All right, let's read. So, the London got me to 1600, and I got this book yesterday. Let's get it, Vinny. So, in this lesson, we're going to see typical attacking games using the London system, which is more dangerous than players think. There are certain positions in particular where there are great opportunities. I got you, Tony. Okay. Great opportunities for launching very powerful attacks. This is a general impression that the London system is an opening for playing solidly or for a draw, and often a player with black lowers his guard and ends up receiving an unpleasant surprise. Okay, we're going to see one of the most typical attacks based on the sacrifice of the bishop on h7, known as the Greek gift. This occurs quite often and allows white to launch a devastating attack. It can arise in various positions. We'll also see some typical London system attacks involving the advance of the kingside pawns, as well as the type of attack common not only in the London system, but also in other openings, such as the Tory and the Stonewall attack, based on playing knight e5, pawns f2 to f4, following by transferring a rook or queen to the king side. We'll be beginning with a quite common tactical idea, d7, d5, in the style of the Queen's Gambit. Perfect. What they have here, this is some deep stuff. Basically, it's what they're telling you. Get in here, read this stuff, understand it. What they're showing you right now is a typical attack. This is a game. Look at the game. Look who they got here. Got a Kamsky versus Sam Shankland. This was in 2014. And that's some big dogs. Them some heavy hitters. Look at the ratings. 2709, Sam Shank 2611. This was in Sturridge in 2014. Gata is that London man. Oh yeah, Gata that man in the London. He highly recommended. Okay, so here we go. D4, knight f6, bishop f4, e6, e3, c5, c3. Knight c6. This game is fire, by the way. I actually kind of know this theory already. I'm pretty London theory up. I don't know, especially I got this book myself, so of course I went through it. So you already know I didn't got London up. But bishop d6, bishop g3. What did it say? The bishop on f4 is one of the key pieces in the London. We shouldn't allow it to be exchanged without receiving something in return. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? One more time for the people in the back. Bro, did you hear this man, bro? Right? We shouldn't allow the bishop on f4. So for the London players, right? A lot of times you don't know what to do with this bishop, right? You should not allow it to be exchanged without receiving something in return. Thus, the idea of putting it on g3 is to gain an open h file. Obviously, if bishop takes g3, h takes, and we have the open h file. Sometimes you'll see castles and a bishop d3. Automatically, we're already aiming at this side of the board. Easily, you can already, I mean, queen d7 is a garbo move, but just to show, obviously, I mean, this is bad. I was trying to put the bishop there, but even with the bishop, I was going to go knight e5 anyway. And then bishop h7, and obviously we're hitting them there. Zani, what's up? Dale's Flash, I see you. Welcome to the stream. What's good? We're doing London system part 2 today. All right, so let's get back to this position. Bishop d6, bishop g3. Castles, and then bishop to d3. This is one of the key points of the variation. Black has several options at this point, and white should prevent black by playing e6, e5. From playing e6, e5, right? So your goal as white is to stop black from playing e5. If they get e5 in, the bishop gets very active and stuff like that. London is so tough, says Dale's Flash. You are right. Nice to see you too, Dale's Flash. Queen e7, boom. Queen goes to e7. Queen c7 is another move, and rook e8 as well. Queen e7 happens. Here we go. Knight to e5. That's a big boy move there, right? Plant the knight there because we did not want e5 to happen. Playing, what does it say? Placing a knight on e5 is one of the main ideas when black plays systems with d7, d5, and in addition, in this case, we prevent black's e6, e5 pawn break. Perfect. Knight goes to d7. Okay, this is actually a blunder. This is like, maybe not a blunder. In fact, you know, this is actually not the blunder. Knight takes d7, sorry. Knight takes d7 happened. This right here is the blunder, believe it or not. Bishop takes d7. How on earth do you think bishop takes d7, taking back a natural way, getting the piece off the back rank is a blunder? In a position like this, out of nowhere, the London system about to get crazy right now. White to move. It's about to get crazy. Literally out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Oh, yeah, big block from the block, whatever he on. Out of nowhere. Literally, guys. Greek gift. Everybody say Greek gift. Bishop takes d7. Oh, we say Greek gift. Greek gift. So we're saying bishop takes h7. Is that what we're saying, guys? I see 2 for Greek gift. And bishop takes d7 from Amir, but I think you mean bishop h7. Okay, let's see. Let's see what y'all think here. I see nothing. h7. Okay, somebody else says bishop h7. Bishop h7 is not the move. It is not a move. It doesn't work, in fact. But it's something about it. In fact, the move was supposed to be queen d7. I want you on your own, right? I'm going to give that to you. I want you to go through to see why. I want you to do that. But look, this is the move. Bishop takes d6 first. Queen takes. D takes c5. Everything all cool. Queen takes c5. Look, everything all cool. What did he do? Look, let's go back. What just happened? He just made some trades. I mean, this is easy. He just made some trades. Look, knight takes. Trade. I mean, and then they're like, oh, it's London system. Oh, it's boring. Right? It's boring. And then what does it say right here? Look at this. This whole sequence of exchanges, which seems to favor black, is justified by a line and developed in his home analysis by Grandmaster Eric Pre, one of the greatest specialists of the London system. You might be surprised when we tell you plainly that black has already lost right now, and he should have said, big fella, are you kidding me? That's what he should have said at the end, but we're gonna put that right here. That was my part, but he should have put that in there. And then here, white has one of the tactical shots that every London system player should know, and it's surprising that a strong 2600 plus, currently 2700 plus, player was unfamiliar with this idea, which is already popular. Y'all ready for this? Here it is, chat. His bishop takes h7 now. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. This is how you really attack in the London system. Some of y'all don't even know this stuff is possible. And after king takes, queen h5. Now, you can't just do it with the queen, obviously, right? Obviously. So, okay, after queen h5, knight e4. Boom. Knight e4, because knight f3 is a little bit too slow. You need knight e4 hits the queen with tempo. With tempo. So now you get the knight into g5. That's where he was trying to go. That's why you do the Greek give. So knight e4 is absolutely stunning. Here, what it says, the key to the idea. Owing to the pin, the knight gains a crucial tempo by attacking the black queen, and this is thus able to reach the critical square, g5, from where it will mount a decisive attack. You like that move? Just sack the queen, right? This looks terrible, yeah. Queen c4, right? It says queen b5, it doesn't matter, will be knight g5 too as well. Rook f to d8, queen f7, right? And then look at this combination, castle queenside. Sheesh. He says, why doesn't he just play d takes e4? Yeah, let me show you. If he plays d takes e4, where I mean, you know, queen takes c5. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could, you know, absolutely you could take it, right? That's the whole idea there, though. And so he doesn't. He doesn't take it. Right. In fact, in this game, queen c4 was the move. He plays knight g5, and then he's like, all right, cool. I'm about to get mated, so move my rook. He moves his rook, queen takes f7, king out the way, queen h5, king g8, and then rook to d1, exclam. Exclam here. This is fire. Rook d1, right? And I think he's going to play like b3, and we'll see what he does, though. We'll see what he does next. e5 happened, queen f7 check, and then pawn e4. Wow, that's crazy. They also say h4. I'm very curious to see what this is about h4, queen g4. Queen g6 hitting mate. If bishop f5, knight f7, and then knight h6. Sheesh. My goodness, look at these tactics. What is going on? Who's winning there? What is the material? 2, 4, 5. Oh, he up pawns though. 3, 6, 7. That's ridiculous. Okay, so here e4, 97. But if you place knight b4, well, I mean, I just take that, right? But it does just lose to this combination here. Oh my god! I mean, this is like, yo, whoa! What is going on right now? I still can't believe this is the London system. E4, 97. He took on e7. Bishop b5 hits mate. Okay, so like rook d2? Yeah, rook d2. Defending against mate. Now white's threats are unstoppable. Okay, if d4, queen takes c5, d takes, and you just win because the endgame's winning. Queen takes a2, tried to make it interesting. Queen f7. Queen a1 check. If rook d6, queen f5 threatens mate. Oh, and then we're going to pick up that exchange there. Okay, queen a1, rook d1, queen takes b2. Threatening mate again. Now white launches the final assault. It's force. Win now. Okay, check, 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 check. Whoa, wait, what? What's happening again? Wait. Rook d1, how long was that there? Queen takes b2. Dang, that was it. Check, check. He brought his king out into the middle of the street. Right there. Hitting with a 2-piece. And then hit him, split him this way. Spank. Wow. And then he just came to see him. Queen f6. And that ends it. After king c7, knight e6. And then king b6 and knight takes d8 check. Decisive material loss. London system further win. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. That was an amazing game. That was from Big Gata. Gata Kamsky beating Sam Shankland. Here's a short miniature one for my man's Joe Bava London, right? Mr. Joe Bava himself, by dear Joe Bava, 2673. Playing Alexei Serrana, actually, who was just playing. We just saw Serrana playing, I think, Naka, right? I think he was playing Naka. Yeah, but Serrana. This was in 2015. This was rapid, though. So we'll briefly look at this one because this was a short miniature one. I'm a fan of Joe Bava London as well. And this is in this one. Yeah, there he is, Joe Bava. Jababa London, I am a fan of it. This one is sort of the easier ones to face from white side. Excuse me, from white side. So it's black here. Like this isn't challenging. Like I'm fine here. Like, yo, what is this? As white, I'm definitely loving this position. This isn't one of the challenging ones. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is one of the games because I knew like almost all the games in Joe Bava London. So in e4, I've seen this game before, and then knight takes e4. This is all good, right? And bishop c6 happens, and then he hits him with a move right here. Y'all ready for it? It's always good to see it, right? Even at this level, people are still missing this degree gift. What's up, Evan Walker? What's good? Original Wizard, what's up, bro? Bishop takes h7 from Joe Bava. King takes, knight g5 check, and then it just says 1-0. It says 1-0, like literally over. 1-0, bro. But it says after king g8, right, what would happen is queen h5, obviously. And then after bishop e4, we're going to take bishop e7. Bishop d6, what a move. Because if he takes it, we're going to pin it. But whatever he said, I'm going to play rook d8, d1 anyway. I always hear that it's good to get your bishop outside the pawn chain. Can you explain why? It's like in London, bishop is vulnerable to get traded by light. Is that not important? That's a great observation, in fact. Getting the bishop outside the pawn chain is very important because if you keep it inside the pawn chain, for instance, in this, the bishop is inside, so it's locked in right now. So you see the bishop's locked in, like boom. He's like hitting pinball, but this bishop's nice though. Like for instance, look at this bishop. It's like, let me do this. Right, that's the Kali system, correct? But the bishop will be on b2, which is a little bit different, you know. If you like it, though, if you like the Kali system, then you just have to understand what you're doing with the bishop. Just like people that play the French defense, you have to know what you're going to do with the bishop. If you know what to do, then you play it. But if you don't know what to do, then you do not play it, right? It's better to keep the bishop outside the pawn chain instead of inside. All right, guys, so this was the shorter video today. Short video for the London system. This was London system part 2. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube video or the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys on the next video.